Hey up lads and lasses, Damphyre here, back again with some more Infinite Lagrange, and as you can see I'm still wearing the same clothes because I'm still trying to do as many of these videos out so I can have a holiday. So, next up we are looking at the Cellular Defender. The Cellular Defender is probably the highest damage output corvette in the game. I think it does actually top Levy. It's mostly due to the Levy's first couple attacks being like huge amounts of damage because of the strategy on it, but then it has to RTB and then it comes back out. So like in a very quick fight, I think the Levy does outperform the Cellular Defender, but in the case of maybe, you know, a 4 or 5 minute battle or longer, the Cellular Defender's DPM does catch up and surpass the Levy from battle reports I've seen, because obviously you can see I don't have the Levy to personally use. So again, if you've got a screen, you can go straight into the weapon systems and you can skip the first part. If you don't have a screen for these ships and you're just going to run them, first off, propulsion system, pick up the evasion. Secondly, go into the, if I can find it, there's the armor system. Pick up the 3 HP mods. You can pick up the hit chance, reduce hit chance of being hit by missiles and torps, but at the same time, again, like I've mentioned in previous videos, the thing that's going to be shooting at this thing more often than not is things like T-800s and Mistrals and that kind of thing. And you've already got inbuilt reduced hit rate from missiles anyway from the situational awareness. So you can sort of ignore that a little bit. After that, you probably are going into the weapon systems now. And yeah, I've pretty much got the setup that I like to run here. I've picked it up in a random order because I have the tech points to just throw straight into it straight off the bat. But I would pick up for certain the first missile hit rate, which is 10% to just everything. I would recommend picking that up first, then going into double system cooldown, double torp damage, and then at last picking up the hit rate against cruisers and higher class ships. You can also, instead of picking up the hit rate, pick up the crit damage. It has got crit potential. Again, it's got pretty decent damage, and this is again missing that 30% damage buff, so you can actually get this thing up quite a bit higher in terms of damage output. Last but not least, you have the the secondary weapon, I guess. When attacked by enemy aircraft, it decreases weapon system cooldown by 80% for 15 seconds, and the cooldown's 30 seconds. I actually like picking up this strategy, mostly because if you look at the damage, it's 65 damage or 19 damage on the weapon systems that are there to counter aircraft. They're not particularly good, so picking up the damage buffs doesn't do all that much for it, in my opinion. 10% damage buff here and another 10% there. So in my opinion, you're going double hit rate here, double cooldown, and the strategy instead. One of the few times I recommend the strategy, and it's just because of that 80% cooldown for 15 seconds, might be enough to help take out whatever's fighting it if it's also being attacked by another fighter as well. So that's my recommendation for that system. You could drop the strategy if you wanted to for one of the damage increases. It does help the rapid fire cannon on the top a little bit, but again, it's going to do basically nothing for the near defense cannons. So yeah, in my opinion, go with the strategy. So that's the Cellular Defender Heavy Torpedo Corvette. It's, well, I'm sure everybody knows that's watching this video. It's really good DPM. It's probably the best Corvette in class for DPM against ships. Run this on Jaegers and you'll have a fun time blowing up carriers before they can really do anything. I've had a situation, I think it was last server, when I finally got my full fleet up and I worked out like a nice balance between, you know, tank and damage and stuff. And I was knocking out carriers in 30 seconds. Yeah, they probably weren't too happy with that. You know, the cost of losing a carrier. And bear in mind, like, if that thing's still full of fighters, you just knocked off, you know, up to like 16 fighters if it's a solar whale, although they may take a bit longer than 30 seconds to kill. But CV3Ks, definitely easily doable. And yeah, they've now lost a carrier in 30 seconds and 11 aircraft potentially. So yeah, Cellular Defender, run it on Jaegers, run that setup, does tons of damage. There's not much more to it than that. It's just a great DPM. It actually tanks quite well as well, to be honest. It's got decent amount of armor. Sorry, not armor, HP. So, you know, that does help it out a little bit. And the evasion and stuff like that. So, Cellular Defender, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.